Okay, here we are, back to figure out what we need to do next. And what I figured out was we need to make the motor mount brackets for this. So we need to concentrate on getting the distance between the rod that's supposed to go here. Actually, let's go ahead and make the rod. It's going to be a 5mm. Zoom in. And this can actually be a threaded rod, it could be a solid rod, it can be pretty much whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a perfectly round, perfect rod. It can be whatever you want it to be. It just has to be long enough to make it a little bit too long so that the belt and the motor mount plate can go on there and everything can line up just right. And let's go ahead and line that up center here. That's pretty good. And so we got that coming out. Ooh, that's a bad spot right there on that weld. That shouldn't matter too much though. So what I'm actually going to do is make it so the motor mounts on. It's going to go there. We can actually make the motor mount part of that there. So what we can do, okay, my hands aren't working like I want to. Rid of that. Smooth that out a little bit. So the motor mount can mount to that, at least. We're probably going to want to have two mounts though. What I could do is make it so it mounts to the outside too. So it would mount here as well. Yeah, I want to do that. Not a bad idea. So go here. Well, can't select anything we don't want to. Move that way a little bit more. Maybe there's less material for it to hold on to here, but it really doesn't. As long as there's at least 5mm, it really shouldn't matter. Okay, so now we can make a cubes. Cursor selected. Add a cube. We want this to be. Let's just move that motor out of the way for now because we're not using that one right now. We're concentrating on this one. So, oh, I got this there. That's. How did I get that so exact? I don't know. Let's make it 6.5. Motor back. This doesn't really need to be that big, this has to be big enough for the bolt to go through. Right there. And it can actually be moved in right there. And this can actually be a lot taller. Actually, it needs to be a lot taller. Z. Edit mode. Like that. Put it like this. Actually, it doesn't even need to go beyond that where it mounts. Let's put that there. Move that down. And this can go down here. That totally looks horrible. So what I'm going to do is take the line mount, move that down, move that down a little bit, move that up a little bit. Actually move that down a little bit. Because that and that and that all need to be moved down here a little bit because this top rail is not going to be part of that. So that can be over there. That doesn't need to be that long. It only needs to be about that long there. So that can mount there and there. And before we can put the motor mounts in and everything, I'm going to go ahead and create a cube here. Set origin with a 3D cursor. That way when I do size it, it has the correct length. So I'm going to be 50. And cursor to selected. Selected the cursor. And so now we can move the motor to the center, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The fourth line. That's close enough there. So how I got this measurement here. There is a website, where to go, that is called the B&B Manufacturing. It's really cool. So if we just start out from the beginning, it's just like this. When you load the page, you go to metric, GT2, it's the size that we want to use, and the large pulley, I'm going to be using the 36 tooth pulley again. I want to pair that with a 16 tooth pulley, and I want to run the belt with a 6 millimeter belly or pulley. 6 millimeter belly. That came out of nowhere. and distance 50 millimeters. Oh, it didn't stick when I first selected it. So that tells you the distance between the center of the rod and the center of the pulley, or the center between both pulleys, with a 36 tooth and a 16 tooth with the GT2 belt, 6 millimeter width. The width doesn't really even matter, but it shows that there's 7 teeth and mesh, which is good. You want to have at least 6 teeth and mesh at all times. That's like teeth that are engaged on the smallest pulley. And so the belt length that you would want for this would be 152 if I did 48. So if we did 48 millimeters, it would be 150. And that's the one I ordered for my other printer that I built, is 150, because you can get those on eBay. That's 150. So if we made it 48, what about 49? Let's do 48.5. That's just about right. So let's go back to our model here. Let's make this 48.5. Click the Z. So let's move everything here back to where it needs to be. And I just noticed something, that the motor isn't lined up on parallel with that, so I gotta fix that. So this needs to be lined up, excuse me, lined up exactly with it. It can be a few microns off, but you kind of want to have it the same. So now we can edit this now. Something like that. I don't know, let me see here. Do I have any 5mm bolts made up? Nope, I'll have to make one here. So it should be bolt and 5 Allen cap, good length 20, split by 10. That's right there. So that shows me that that's completely the wrong one. Oh well. I'm good, it's still selected. So moving it that much is going to make it not work. So let's go ahead and move that in. Make that 4mm. That should give us enough clearance and be able to put the bolt nut on there still. Let's check the other one now. Okay, so that's going to need to move back a little bit. For the nut to fit in there properly. So that's like those will work. Save this because we're going to need this for the other axes, which is going to be down here. That we can just make its own mount for. HC 90. And just move that out of the way now. So now, what we need to do with this is join these two together. I got an email. Lane Union. Oh, wrong one. Lane Union. It's this one. Y. And that should work. So what we need to do now is make the mounts for the, what is that? Right, never mind. For the bolts and the rod and shaft and everything. And so it doesn't have to be perfect here, but we do need to make it so that it is oblong. And I'm saying about there would be good. Just move it so we can loosen or tighten it. Probably geared towards more tightening. So like that. Duplicate it. Move down. Make sure it's somewhat centered in the Z-axis there. That's pretty close. Take these, duplicate them. Join those together. And what I'm going to do is take one of these, duplicate it, hit P by selection. Now I have its own little thing here. Set origin to center mass. Size that up. This will be for the shaft. Duplicate that. Size that up. This is going to be for the center part of the motor, the little ring that sticks out. That's way too long. So we can go there. That needs to go all the way through. This just needs to go through on that spot there. So these we can join together. That is cylinder 3. Boolean difference cylinder 3. Looks right. Apply. And then cylinder 4. Yeah, that looks right. Apply. That should be good. Now we can take these, instead of deleting them, we're going to need to use them again, so just rotate those the right way. Kind of move those out of the way. So now we have motor mounts that's adjustable. I just gotta do one last thing, is put the screw holes, the bolt holes for this in there, and that should be good for this mount. Next we'll do the other mount. So 5.25 by 20. That looks good. So far it's not lined up. Should be that one there. So let me readjust this. Duplicate. Let's see, Z90. Guess that's that one. Yeah, it's right down there. Okay. Okay, that's right, and that's right. Select both of those, join them together, and just make another boolean. And helps to check on what you're taking out of there first. That was good, apply that. And we need one of those at least again. Now we have full motor mounting plate. That will mount that onto there and turn that rod. And we need to duplicate this now. See, we can put the motor over here, or we can put it over here. We can put it anywhere we want. But I'm just gonna put it where it's gonna work. Which would probably be about right here. And this, I hope, doesn't interfere like I think it might. Sometimes you don't find out until you do it, and it's too late. Center there. I should have the screencast on. There we go. And okay. I was thinking it might interfere with that motor there, but it's not. And so what we can do with this is duplicate it, mirror it on the X, 58Z, okay, what do we want to do? Trying to cheat again. Hopefully this will work. We don't know. We won't know for until we try it. That's the rod there. So it's that one there we need to line it up with. So I got that, and that. No, not that. That. And the motor mount. Line it up there. Will that work? Yes, that will. So you can just bolt it directly to the frame without this up here. We don't need to make another one because we got that one made, except I just noticed something. It needs to be like this. Be like that. And let's take this and go. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Darn it. Let's check the measurement though. Cursor deselected. Selected the cursor. Oh wait. Cursor deselected. Selected the cursor. And looks like that's zoomed in a little bit. What we can do is keep the mounting and everything in the same spot. Move everything down a little bit. Okay, that's out of the way. Rotate that. That way we can take this, bring it in a little bit. Okay, so it looks like it's somewhat centered there. It's the same length, that's lined up there. It's not exactly lined up, but it doesn't have to be. Nothing's touching there, it's mounted properly there. And so that looks good. We don't need these after all. If you don't have to make something more than once, you shouldn't really have to. Probably put another mounting hole there, but not really needed 100%. But it works. That looks like it's gonna work. It's a horrible spot for it to be going through the frame there, but what it is, what it is. So now these are both done. We can change these to our finished color. That's the motor mounts for the X and Y. And that, I think, is almost it. It's got everything there. That's all made. That's all made there. Can't think of anything else that would need to be made. Got all the mounts made, motors attached. Oh, the extruder. Yeah. I already got one of those made though. So I think the next video I'll just do finalization, and pretty much that's it for this printer. It's ready to be made. And as soon as I get my big one I'm building done, I'm going to go ahead and make one of these and just use all the parts off my current printer that I have that's working and kind of make a new one, because this should print way better than my current printer. It prints pretty good, but this one is a lot more precise. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for the last episode. Should be the next one. Thanks for watching.